My name is Olivia. I am 33 years old and a mother to three beautiful daughters, Ava, Emma, and Grace. They are my entire world. I love them more than anything. Life has never been easy for me. My mother passed away when I was young, and my husband left when our youngest daughter was just a baby. He walked away and never came back. No calls, no support, no help. He simply vanished from our lives. Since then, I have been alone, raising my three daughters without any family to support me. I have no big house, no savings, and no luxuries. I live in a small apartment, struggling every month to pay rent. I do not have a college degree or many job options, but I am strong, and I never give up. I work as a taxi driver, though I don't own a car. Every month I rent one, pay for it, and then drive all day and night to make ends meet. Some passengers are kind, others are rude. Some don't even pay. But I keep going because I need money, for food, for clothes, for rent. I work when I'm tired, when I'm sick, and even when I want to cry. Sometimes I watch my daughters sleep, their peaceful faces giving me the strength to push through another day. I touch their small hands, kiss their foreheads, and whisper, "I love you." One cold evening, I was driving my daughters home. The weather was terrible, dark skies, heavy rain, and icy roads. Ava sat in the front seat, while Emma and Grace were in the back. "Mama, I'm cold," Grace said, her small voice trembling. She was only 5 years old. "I know, sweetheart," I reassured her. "We'll be home soon." I turned on the heater, but the car remained cold. The roads were empty, the streetlights dim. I gripped the steering wheel tightly, my hands shaking from nerves. Then, suddenly, a bright light, a loud crash, an unbearable pain. Everything went black. When I opened my eyes, I saw a white ceiling, heard the steady beeping of machines, and smelled medicine. I was in a hospital. My body ached, my head felt heavy, and my arms were weak. Then I remembered the accident. My daughters. Where were they? I tried to speak. "Ava, Emma, Grace." My voice was dry, my throat sore. A nurse came to my side, her eyes full of kindness. "Don't move too much," she said gently. "You were in a bad accident." "My daughters," I whispered. "Where are they?" She touched my hand. "They're here. They're safe." Tears filled my eyes. I wanted to see them. A few minutes later, the door opened, and 3 small figures rushed inside. "Mama!" they cried, hugging me, holding my hands, kissing my face. I started crying, holding them as tightly as I could. Then the doctor walked in, his face serious. "You have a broken leg," he said. "You need surgery and time to heal." Panic surged through me. "But I have to work. I have to pay rent. I have to feed my daughters." The doctor looked down sadly. "You need to rest." Then, something worse hit me. The car I rented was destroyed. And even worse, I had hit a very expensive car. The owner demanded $20,000. I had nothing. I was completely broken. Covering my face with my hands, I sobbed. My daughters cried with me. I had lost all hope. But the next day, something incredible happened. My story spread online. People read about me, saw pictures of my daughters, and learned about my struggles. Strangers reached out with kindness, sending money to help. Then, one day, I got a phone call. A deep voice spoke. "I heard your story. I want to help you." I hesitated. "Who are you?" "You will see soon," he said. 2 days later, a group of people arrived at the hospital. They brought flowers, warm clothes for my daughters, and kindness I had never known. Then a young man walked in. He had gentle eyes and a warm smile. He sat beside me. "You don't know me," he said, "but I know you." I was confused. "Why do you want to help me?" He smiled. because I can. I started crying. I don't know what to say. He touched my hand. You don't have to say anything. A few days later, something unbelievable happened. The young man and his team paid all my hospital bills. I no longer had to worry, but that wasn't all. One day, they took me and my daughters to a new place. It was a house, a big, beautiful home. This is for you, they said. I stared in shock. For me? Yes, they nodded. You don't have to pay rent anymore. This is your home. I fell to my knees and cried. My daughters cried too, hugging me tightly. Is this real? I asked. Yes, Gus, they said. This is real. I held my daughters and whispered, we have a home. One day, the young man asked me, what is your biggest dream? I wiped my tears. I want to open a supermarket. He smiled. Then let's make it happen. And he did. A few months later, I opened my own supermarket, filled with fresh food, warm bread, and happy customers. I was no longer a struggling taxi driver. I was no longer a mother drowning in debt. I was a businesswoman. I was strong. I was happy. I will never forget that young man. He changed my life. He taught me something important. There are kind people in this world. There are people who want to help, and sometimes miracles are real. I started with nothing. Now I have everything, a home, a job, and most importantly, a happy family. Thank you, my dear subscriber, for being here with me. Your support means everything. I hope this story touched your heart. Remember, no matter how hard life gets, kindness and hope can change everything. Stay strong, believe in good people, and never lose faith in a better tomorrow. If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and share.